Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the LA Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Running room at the 50. Look out. There he goes, right side. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This drive will begin with a run from H.A. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Prescott. He'll find, and right away he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Go.
Once more, here's Eckler. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He gets this one to Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
But when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. So this game of our Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams, and you rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Herbert going to keep it on his sweep. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Prescott yet again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 37. 17-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
It's Eckler again. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Chargers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. A short one there to Freiermuth. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 4. Eckler, they run left side. A beautiful fake. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle with Eckler. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that stretches this lead to 20-8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Herbert on 1st down now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now a 2nd and 6. A handoff. It's Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 7. Here is Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On play action, Prescott. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 23, Cowboys 8.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. We'll get this up to about the 44.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second down, Prescott. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Running right, here's H.A. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On third down, it's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's got some space here. And that would open up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last one makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a 2nd and 2. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 85 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's A-Chain. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down and 8. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described, a defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you can take the spirit away from another team.
From the 23, here's second down and 5.
Go.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now second and 9. Here's Herbert. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 right at the 40. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's a second down at 7 from the 37. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Going on the ground with Eckler. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he will have the 1st down. And even with the 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this nearly all the way down now.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Devon Achane, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sit down.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chargers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.